Yeah, James Bond. Yeah. Yeah. So I've talked about my love of James Bond. So other acquisitions by major corporations haven't hurt as much, you know. So when Disney acquired Star Wars, I just thought, well, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? There's nothing I can do about it. George Lucas, he's the creator of Star Wars, and Disney paid him $4.6 billion dollars. And who's going to pass up a $4.6 billion retirement? I mean, not really. I mean, if you have $4.6 billion in cash, assets, imagine the things you could own. Imagine the things you could do. I mean, your retirement would be fucking awesome. The only thing you'd have to decide every day is what you're going to spend your money on. So he just wakes up every day and says, oh, I guess what I get to do today? Whatever I want to do. Who wouldn't want that kind of retirement? That's not a retirement reality for most Americans. But if you can obtain the retirement reality of George Lucas, $4.6 billion, then go for it, right? Wherever all your family, all your friends, everything, or all your family is all taken care of, and all your kids and grandkids and great grandchildren, everything's taken care of for life. So I understand why people sell out. The reason is the money's good. So when George Lucas sold out, I thought, oh, he's a sellout. Oh, that fucker. You know what I mean? Like, he betrayed his own vision, blah, blah, blah. And then I thought about it in real world terms. I put on my real world brain, which is not just some fan nerd brain. I said, he was just looking out for his future self and his children and grandchildren. Fuck it. He gets to do whatever he wants to until the day he dies. If he wants to go on a ski trip, he can do it. If he wants to go to Australia, he can do it. If he wants to go to Europe, he can do it. If he wants to do whatever, he can do it, pretty much. So, more or less, right? Whatever George Lucas's old ass could accomplish with $4.6 billion, he can do. And he can run it all. And, that's what money and power is. Money and power isn't always control. Sometimes it's just money and power. And it's just freedom and liberty, or what they call financial freedom in the trades. So I wanted to call Ian Fleming Sir Ian Fleming, but no, he wasn't knighted by the Queen. So he's not Sir Ian Fleming. He should have been, I think, but he wasn't knighted by the Queen, unfortunately. So he's Ian Fleming, the author of the James Bond series. Fought in World War II, didn't he? Yeah, he was an MI6 agent on Her Majesty's Secret Service. MI6 is the global English Secret Service intelligence agency. And MI5 is like the Homeland Security or the NSA of England. So it's MI5 and MI6. And then James Bond, of course, is part of MI6. So Ian Fleming was in naval intelligence. So as you know, that James Bond is part of naval intelligence. So really deep intelligence is naval intelligence. Even Bob Lazar, apparently he worked at Area 51. It says fictionally that he was cleared, he had paychecks paid for him in deep intelligence by naval intelligence services. So whether that's true or not, but so it's always great to have an author like Ian Fleming who has real world experience like World War II in naval intelligence, real shit. You know, naval intelligence, MI6, and then he writes novels, fictional novels about it. How much of it is fiction if he really lived it? Who knows? So after many successful novels beginning in the 1950s, the popular James Bond series by Ian Fleming it was Cubby Broccoli, MGM Metro Goldwyn Mayer, and Cubby Broccoli. Maybe you would like to call it broccoli. You call it broccoli. Depends on your vernacular, maybe what country you're from, how you pronounce it. But I guess at first, when I was a little Texan kid, I would pronounce it broccoli. And then I would do a more formal English pronunciation in the future, a more European, a more high class pronunciation, broccoli. But now, is it Saltzman or Saltzkind? I always get that mixed up. Anyways, MGM and the Broccolis and whoever else was involved brought the titular James Bond to the screen based on the Ian Fleming novels of the same name, with the same character, rather. The first James Bond novel was called Casino Royale, famously, which sets up the lore of James Bond and everything. As a hard motherfucker who's a ruthless agent of MI6 and who serves the crown on Her Majesty's Secret Service and serves Western civilization itself and seeks to destroy all its foes, whether it be Russia or evil madmen or terrorists or whatever, whomever or wherever. Rest in peace, James Bond. Yeah, so my mother was born when James Bond, the first film, came out in 1962 called Dr. No. So over 60 years ago now, is it? Yeah. 63 years ago. Yeah, my mother was kind of showing her Irishness, wasn't she? She, as a little girl, she had strawberry blonde hair. Yeah, even though they didn't have color photographs back then. I don't believe, not yet. Mm. But when she was little and they started to get color photography, then you can see pictures of my mother with strawberry blonde hair. 1962. Dr. No came out, smash hit, and started the James Bond Metro Goldwyn Mayer franchise. And for a long time, the film rights to James Bond were under the creative control of United Artists and MGM, and the Broccoli's and certain individuals, certain powerful producers and owners of James Bond franchise. That was their bread. No, you did. It's you gotta play it. Dun 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 do 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 do. Only took one guitar tutorial on it. Oh, there it is. Dun 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 dun. But remember to do 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 do. When it starts in the start business here, it plays a lot of sad minor chords. That's the E minor. That's A minor, and then it's E minor. Ah, it's so sad, isn't it? Geopolitics is so sad. Power, money, and control. It's kind of sad, isn't it? In a lot of ways. It's kind of expected, it's kind of necessary, but it's also sad. In a lot of ways, too. Why can't people or governments just get along instead of trying to take over the world? Yeah. Or maybe I'm just naive. So, one YouTuber from Great Britain, Calvin Dyson, tried to create a YouTube career off James Bond. How did it go? How's it going? Yeah. How's it going? Well, for men who fail, you can see it in their eyes that they're disappointed. Yes. And you could see that a lot. You could see Calvin Dyson, he had a lack of confidence betting his whole life on James Bond and James Bond properties. Whoever it was owned by, whether it was Amazon or the original owners or MGM or whoever. So, The uncertainty is in the facial expression. So if I do a picture and it's it's not a full smile. It's not like, see, that shows confidence in my smile. It shows confidence in who I am, more or less. Now Calvin Dyson does one of those, half-ass smiles. A smile that's not believable. It means he is embarrassed about what he's doing, but he has chosen that path. So now now he feels he cannot get out because he has chosen that path and now there's no way out besides quitting. And a man will not accept quitting, even if he has failed. Sometimes a man will not accept defeat. So, but I tell he's not a very confident guy. All right. So he's just like, I'm English, so I'm going to do a channel about James Bond. And then I'm sure he has a fair amount of subscribers and shit. I've watched a lot of his videos. I haven't watched it in a while because there was creative control issues between the original James Bond owners and MGM, the Broccolis, and Jeff Bezos and Amazon. And Barbara Broccoli was calling, people, the people at Amazon who own MGM and the rights to the James Bond IP. She called them fucking idiots and all this stuff. So. Do 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 do. What's the do do? No wait. Yeah. Fucking idiots. Amazon, Jeff Bezos, suck my dick. You Lex Luthor, motherfucker. Big baby McFucking Billionson, suck my dick. Alright, so the problem is that the tech overlords in this country and around the world, the problem is that they didn't leave Lord of the Rings alone. They didn't say, Ninja Turtles should just be owned by the Ninja Turtle people. They didn't say the Star Wars people should just be owned by and people that do Star Wars should do Star Wars. And those that do Star Trek should do Star Trek. And those that do Lord of the Rings should do Lord of the Rings. And those that do James Bond should do James Bond. No. They wanted supreme, diversified portfolios. So they wanted to own not just a monopoly on online selling, buying and selling. They wanted to also own James Bond and Lord of the fucking Rings too. They didn't just want to own technology companies and social media companies. They wanted to own it all. They wanted every fucking thing. Yeah, that's a problem. So it's not like they're content. It's like, well, you got the American dream, right? You got a piece of hot pussy. You got married, you got 3 kids, you got the American dream, you got your house, you got your job, you got banging money, but you want more. Well, I'd like to. What I really like to do is own James Bond. Yeah, you got your own personal yacht that sails around the world, But then you're like, you know what I've always dreamed of doing is owning the Super Mario Brothers. And it just fucks everything up. You know, it's like some people are just sitting around, these wealthy elite billionaires that have more money than God. They're sitting around on their yacht like Lex motherfucking Luthor, and they're thinking, you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to get the rights to the Bible and make a movie series about Bible. But except in this Bible, Jesus is black. And we're just sitting around, fucking wasting our fucking goddamn time. You know? Wasting energy on bullshit. Fucking up great tales, great things that have been, you know, around for years and years. And there's fucking, you know, at least since World War II. And they're just fucking it in the fucking butt fucking ass. I haven't watched any of that Rings of Power. And you know what? I won't. Yeah. I saw Star Wars Disney. It sucked. I'm ashamed that I even saw it and I spent any money and I haven't fucking bought any of it. I got fucking played like every other motherfucker. I don't accept Disney Star Wars as Star Wars. I will not accept Amazon James Bond. It's gonna blow motherfucking nutsack assholes. It's gonna blow shit and everybody knows it. So, a lot of the videos about James Bond, they say, rip James Bond, so I just echoed it. Not because I'm not a creative individual, yeah, is this it? This is it, right? Not just, I watched No Time to Die, the last Daniel Craig movie, and yeah, some people say, oh, that's a great ending, because, you know. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen No Time to Die, spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! I think I did the spoiler alert sufficiently. In No Time to Die, James Bond dies. James Bond dies. Yeah. Yeah, there was weird rights issues with Ernst, Stravo, Blofeld, and Spectre. Kind of weird shenanigans going on. You know, to understand all the legal ins and outs, it was like kind of perplexing. It was a perplexing maze, you know, of legal and control hoops, and you know who owns what and who owns what words and who owns the rights to the characters in the novels and the film rights and the fucking, you know, it was a big fucking mess. So, yeah. I felt like when they got the rights to Spectre and Dr. Evil that they fucked it up. Now, I really loved, I watched Christoph Waltz in Inglourious Bastards. That was great. Okay, but was Christoph Waltz capable or even written well to play Ernst Strabo Blofeld? The answer is no. He wasn't a good Ernst Strabo Blofeld. Who would have been a great Ernst Strabo Blofeld? Let's brainstorm for a minute. Okay, if he wasn't too old, do you think Sir Anthony Hopkins could have done it? Maybe he was too old for that. All right, let's kind of lower the age though on the particular actor. Oh, you know who played a great fucking Ernst Strabo Blofeld, Dr. Evil? Even older, who would have killed it was probably, Gary Oldman would have fucking killed it out the ass. He would have fucking knocked that shit out of the fucking park. Yeah. I think what happened was that when James Bond hit with Casino Royale, trying to reboot the series, which, the first one with Daniel Craig was fucking amazing. And they had Eva Green. Was she the best Bond girl? Eva Green. That is one of the hottest chicks I have ever seen on screen. Eva Green. My God. And it's a shame she never got married. And I don't think she ever had kids. Because she has anxiety disorders and shit. Which is funny because she's an actress. And you think, actors and actresses don't have anxiety disorders. But my God, she was so hot. She was just perfect. I don't think she didn't have children because she didn't want children. I just think, her depression and her anxiety and all that kind of unfortunately, got the best of her, I'm afraid. Sometimes the devil gets us all, and sometimes it gets the best of us. So, unfortunately, it kills some of the best of us for those of us who are not strong enough to recognize that. So, but Marvel comes out with Iron Man in the late 2000s. And then the success of this, making this, universe of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and then Disney buys Marvel, and then they expand it into this, mega machine. And then James Bond, the MGM, they think, well, why don't we create a James Bond universe too? And, that starts to fuck shit up. And so they stick to the novel. They update Casino Royale, the Ian Fleming novel, with modern flourishes. And then they, they make the second film, which is, I went and saw it in 2009 or whatever. It was called Quantum of Solace, which is actually like a short story of Ian Fleming, to give them credit. Quantum of Solace. What does that even mean? I know a lot of people are like, what does that mean? Quantum of solace. Solace is what? Solemn reflection. And quantum is the tiniest packets of energy but it's even less than like an atom. It's its particulate parts. Quantum of Solace. Creative Genius by Ian Fleming or misstep? I guess it depends on how you view it. Quantum of Solace. Either you think the word quantum is being abused in the English language. If you think quantum mechanics and quantum physics and quantum of solace, if just saying, there's shit quantum. There's fucking quantum everything. Everything's like quantum. At some point, I'm just like, okay, is this... All right, it's like, depends, quantum. It's like beer, quantum. It's just, everything's fucking quantum. It's just saying, it's so cool. It's fucking quantum. At this point, it's ad nauseum. It's like everything's quantum. Okay. I guess that sounds cool. It's like, all right, quantum. There's fucking... Well, there's detergent pods in there. It's like quantum. Everything's fucking quantum. What are they like? Corvette, quantum. Everything's fucking kick-ass. All right. Quantum. I'm fucking in. If you say if you attach quantum to it, I'm buying that shit without a fucking doubt. No, not really. So I saw Quantum of Solace. I didn't know it was based off of Ian Fleming's short story. So when I saw it, I thought, well, that Ukrainian chick is hot as fuck. That Orgelo Uzhenko or whatever. Fuck, that bitch is fucking banging. Not as banging as Eva Green. I mean, Eva Green is like, the Bond girl is like, oh, fucking perfection. But that Russian, that Ukrainian chick or whatever is like, oh, voila. You know what I mean? I mean, that's tits. That was badass. The rest of the movie, yeah. Maybe that's the trick of James Bond. He's like, well, if you don't like liquor, if you don't like violence, maybe you like pussy. And that was the trick of James Bond movies. It was like, well, if you don't like liquor and you don't like violence, maybe you'll like pussy. Ooh, we got him. Ooh, we'll get you somewhere or another. Maybe if you don't like liquor, you'll like gambling. And maybe you like to poker in the front and liquor in the back. Boo! Nice. Guy walks into the establishment, says, what do we have here tonight? And the keeper says, poker in the front, liquor in the back. Thank you. Should that be in the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie? Oh, maybe this one should be in there. Oh, yeah. With Sir Paul McCartney and Johnny Depp. All right. Here's the joke. A skeleton walks into a bar and orders a beer and a mop. Ha 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 ha. Do I like poker in the front, liquor in the back? Do I like skeleton orders a beer and a mop? Well, I'm a sucker for those kind of jokes because they're silly as hell, but I fucking love it. 3 men walk into a bar, a Jew, an Arab, and a Christian. They used to do that one. The 3 men walk into a bar. They used to do those jokes back in the day. A Jew, an Arab, and a Hindu. I don't think they said it was Hindu. I think they said Christian most of the time. 3 men walk into a bar, a Jew, an Arab, and a Hindu. They didn't say Hindu. You just wish they said that. I wish they said Hindu. Did I ever try to hook up with an Indian girl? I kind of thought this one Indian girl was kind of hot at my work one time, but then she looked kind of fucking psycho, though. What? She had those psycho eyes, like, I'm gonna fucking kill everyone for resisting. Yeah, the Indian girl had those weird eyes, like, it was like those like the Carrie eyes, Sissy Spacek and Carrie, like she's possessed by Satan. I was like, that ain't worth trying to get some pussy if that girl's a psycho, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, that's a no-go for launch, SpaceX. Or that's a no-go for launch, NASA Houston or whoever. She's had those crazy eyes, you know. She has fucking psycho bitch eyes. Like, I was like, that ain't worth trying to get some tang, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get some poontang. If I'm gonna try to get some poontang, I'm gonna try to get everything on the chill down, you know? What are we talking about? Poontang? Indian Poontang? No, we're trying to talk about James Bond, right? We're not trying to talk about Indian Poontang. What the fuck are you talking about? Trying to talk about Indian Poontang. What the fuck? What in the motherfucker? All right. Indian Poontang. Indian Poontang is tangy poontang, spicy pussy. Ooh. Spicy pussy. It seems to rhyme a little bit. Spicy pussy. Spicy pussy. See, it's spicy pussy. Is that planned? No, some of it's ad. We're just making shit up. But you know that's the beauty of the show, though. Sometimes making up shit is creative genius. So here we go. Oh. They said that artificial intelligence could replace man, but how could they come up with my spontaneous ad lib of spicy pussy? Do you think an AI could come up with that? Do you think Grok or DeepSeek or fucking ChatGPT could come up with all of a sudden, hey, guess what, everybody? Spicy pussy. Only a distinguished intelligence as a human being could come up with such fascinating ideas like as such. Because if you type something into artificial intelligence, not only is it stealing your data and all your ideas, all your thoughts, but it's also regurgitating a bunch of bullshit from the internet. It's like, and then, well, in this situation, there's, according to my calculations, this should be the most calculated thing that should be done, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. According to the historical data, this is what must be done in this situation because it must be done this way because that is what my computer algorithm of the artificial intelligence tells me to tell you to do. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck AI. Fuck that shit. That shit blows. AI takes away what? Human free creativity, thought, intelligence, and will. Creativity, thought, intelligence, and will. Decision-making processes. It takes away executive functions, away from human beings. Fuck AI with the capital F. Fuck that fucking technological enslavement bullshit. Fuck artificial intelligence. Fuck AI. AI, you die. No, wait, so. Fuck AI, you die. Fuck off. That's good. I like the part where you're like, fuck off. like kind of like fades out, right? That's what I'm talking about. Like, fuck AI, fuck Jeff Bezos. Yeah. Ejaculate. Ejaculate. The ejaculation. It's a very interesting story. So what's the Amazon? So Amazon bought MGM Studios for $8.4 billion or something like that. Yeah. Jeff Bezos and Amazon, he's one of the wealthiest motherfuckers in the world with a net worth of, what, 175 billion? He's not the richest man in the world. That's Elon Musk. Yeah, Elon Musk, creator of PayPal. What else? Is he the creator of YouTube too? Maybe, okay, it's PayPal. What are all those companies? PayPal. Fucking SpaceX. Fucking Twitter X. Fucking Tesla. Fucking. How much shit has this guy invented, man? What was the key difference? What's the key to success? Okay, a lot of people are saying, well, he's a trust fund baby. So the trust fund babies rule the world. They're saying his mom and dad hooked him up. So that's how he got to start. That could be true. Yeah. Do poor people ever have a chance to make it? Or are they just always fucked? So if your dad and mom are orphan, if you're like Harry Potter, your dad or mom were killed like fucking Bruce Wayne, except they're not wealthy, are you just fucked in life? Are your situational circumstances just fucked to the point where you have no fucking way forward in a capitalistic or monopolistic society? You are fucked cash-wise. You have no way to get mobile in that society because you're poor. That could be true. Yeah. Is Elon Musk a self-made man? No. How many is Donald Trump a self-made man? Like, did he work himself up from McDonald's in a garbage truck to become a real estate developer? No. Yeah, the truth hurts, doesn't it? A lot of these guys are the wealthiest guys in the world. Now, did Jeff Bezos start out real poor and work his way up? Maybe. Yeah. Did Bill Gates, was he poor originally? Did he have no options, no chance? Well, he fucked over a lot of people to get that. Bill Gates fucked over Gary Kildall and IBM to gain exclusive monopoly rights to the Microsoft Windows. Yeah, he fucked over a lot of fucking people to become the wealthiest man in the world at that time. Yeah, some people, they realize, like Mark Zuckerberg. So Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook Meta Platforms, he fucked over what, the Winklevoss twins, Sagarin, Eduardo. Yeah, he fucked over a lot of people to become the king, didn't he? You got to hurt a lot of people to become the fucking king of the world, but at the expense of your fucking soul. How's that feel? Yeah. To become king of the world, you have to worship Satan, and you have to give up your own soul to become a master of this earth. You have to sell your soul to the devil. You have to betray everyone that's ever loved you. You have to hurt people to become the ultimate tyrant. You have to hurt a lot of people to become the ultimate dictator. To become a technological tyrant, you have to betray and stab people in the back and corporations in the back constantly to become the king of this world. You have to be truly evil. Except for Now, I think that Bill Gates is evil. Jeff Bezos, is he evil? Jeff Bezos is a nerd with cross eyes who came up with the revolutionary idea at the time of having online book sales. I think it began in earnestness. And now, as he gotten wealthier and controlled the world with all his shit, I think it's become more unhinged, more unrealistic, more. I think Jeff Bezos is unwise to try to take over the Tolkien Enterprises, the Tolkien family Lord of the Rings heritage, and the James Bond, Ian Fleming, Broccoli rights to film. I think it's very unwise to do so because his talent as Jeff Bezos as is in technology, business, online banking. Online sales, online buying and selling. They destroyed eBay, Amazon Corporation. So I think he's made a major error trying to control classic literature, classic franchises in literature and film. I think he's made an egregious error, one that he needs to understand that it is wrong that he's doing that. He should not try to make his own image on something that is created and beloved by those in this country and around the world, and beloved with such a passion and such a fervor. He should not try to control other people's passions and fervor. He should respect that although Amazon is everywhere, although I might buy something off Amazon, and I might buy things from Amazon online sellers, and I might use that as my trade. I might even go work for Amazon. But Jeff Bezos needs to fucking understand that he can't control everything. That some things are actually indeed sacred. There are things that are sacred, like religion. I can't tell a Christian that there is no God, or an Arab, or somebody who follows Islam. I can't tell a Jew there is no God. That is sacred. Likewise, you can't just shit on J.R.R. Tolkien and James Bond and think that you're going to fucking get away scot-free. You can't fuck with God. You can't fuck with the sacred. There are some things that society views as sacred. Holy temples. And that might be religion, that might be art, that might be culture, that might be language. But there's some things Big Daddy McBillionson motherfucker Jeff Bezos that you can't fuck with, dude. And so where is the backlash to this dude James Bond going to come from? James Bond fans, mostly. Old school or new school. And you know what? We're just not going to buy it. We're just not going to buy that James Bond is gay, or there's a black money penny, or there's a fucking trans queer, there's a queer Q or whatever. There's just some people that aren't going to buy it. We're just not going to buy it. And it may not weaken Jeff Bezos' operations. His online buying and selling might work just fine. But if people don't buy it, it's going to fail. So they're going to invest. What do they invest in? The Rings of Power. What was it? $2 billion or $1 billion or some shit. So that keeps on fucking failing. We don't have to support it because we're not forced to. We're not forced to consume it because we have free will, and we live in the freest country in the world called the United States of America, with a Constitution and liberty and justice for all. We live in a nation of freedom and liberty where people are able to choose their own destinies and their own fates, more or less. We live in a country, a nation of the Bill of Rights, of our founding fathers, of separation. a separation of powers, the legislative, the executive, and the judicial. We live in a country of free people of liberty. We live in a country that is not beholden to tech oligarchic overlords that seek to supplant the will of the American people or Western civilization itself. And some leftists and Democrats will say, what about Elon? Isn't he taking away everything? Isn't he taking away your liberty and your freedom? No, he restored it. Jack Dorsey of Twitter, they censored us, and Google, Sundar Pichai of Google Alphabet Corporation, they censored us in 2020. All Elon Musk did was restore our freedoms and liberties and our freedom of speech, of which we are so grateful and blessed to have. When Elon Musk brought everything but the kitchen sink and took out Twitter, Jack Dorsey, and made it Twitter X, once again, there was freedom of speech allowed on a social media or tech platform. Did everybody's IQs drop so sharply? Did everybody's balls drop off that they didn't realize that the freedom of speech and thought and creativity was the greatest power to ever inhabit man and our civilization? And if it was eroded or defeated or it was outlawed, that our race would suffer a great indignity of a hellish defeat of oblivion from whence we could not return. Was it just me and Elon Musk that figured this shit out, or was it millions of you out there? The difference between Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, Big Daddy McBillionson, and Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook Meta Platforms. The difference between Elon Musk and Google Alphabet Corporation is very clear what the difference is between those folks. And that of Microsoft Bill Gates of hell. The difference is Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg and Microsoft and Google Alphabet only care about freedom and democracy and constitutional rights when they're forced to care about it by the people and their customers and consumers. The difference is that Elon Musk really does care about America and American values and the American Constitution and the Bill of Rights and the amendments to the U.S. Constitution. That's the real difference. That's the fundamental difference between all the tech overlords and all the tech monopolies and that of the technocracy, is that Elon Musk does care about people. He does care about human beings. He does care about Western civilization. He does care about America and its future. That's very different from some of these other characters who kind of go with the flow of the political winds. Yeah, very suspicious. But so I can judge men how much harm or good they do to me by what they have done and what they will do. So Mark of the Beast Zuckerberg tried to enslave people in a virtual reality hell called the metaverse. And he already enslaved people in a hell called Facebook to begin with. So he on purpose made an addictive fucking substance, more addictive than heroin, and he unleashed that on the world, and it was successful because it was like a drug. So you're like, oh, I'm on Facebook. Oh, cool, look, my other friend's on Facebook. Oh, wow, look, he went to the beach with his family. And then you're like, you go to the beach, and then the guy's like unfriending you. He's like, you went to the beach? I'm the only guy who went to the beach. You fucker, I hate you. Right? Like, so your best friend hates you because you went to the beach when you're having fun at the beach. You're not trying to outdo his beach trip. You see what Facebook has done? They're trying to do social fucking comparison. It's like, so one family is real, the Robinsons and the Williamsons are real tight, but they're on Facebook. And then all of a sudden, the Williamsons and the Robinsons, they go on rival trips. They go on rival ski trips. And all of a sudden, Williams and the Robinsons, they defriend each other and they don't talk to each other because they're jealous of each other's ski trips. You know, it's fucking ridiculous, but that's what Facebook is. It's ridiculous. Right? It's like, oh, my truck is bigger than yours. Oh, my wife is prettier than yours. Oh, my bank account's better than yours. It's like keeping up with the Joneses on fucking hyperspeed. It sucks, right? So it blows. It's not that competition sucks. It's not that innovation or creativity sucks. It's that Facebook meta platforms sucks dick. That's what fucking sucks. Because it promotes social comparison over individual liberty and freedom. And that's awful. So, I mean, it was pretty much done creative control, Jeff Bezos. Now, no one would worry if Jeff Bezos made the Rings of Power and it was good. But it's too woke. An original Anglo-Saxon Saxon English tale has white people in it. Anglo-Saxons, like me. It has Caucasian people in it, like me. They look white. So Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, there's white people everywhere. Is there one black people? Is there one black person in the whole thing? I don't remember if there was. Was there one Hispanic in the whole thing? I don't remember that. There was people from New Zealand, Australia, but generally there were English-speaking Caucasian people in the lead roles. Do I remember anybody of? Was there any Asian people in it? I don't remember any Asians. It's not an Asian tale. I mean, it's the tale of Genghis Khan. I don't expect to see somebody, I don't expect to see Orlando Bloom in it. I expect to see white people. It's not racist. It's just, if I'm going to watch a tale about John Henry, I expect to see black people. The problem is that if I watch a tale about Africa, I expect to see African people. It's just how it works. If I watch something about Napoleon, I expect him to be white and to be French. It should be. If I watch something about, I don't know, Simon Belmont, or whatever. Is the guy from Castle? You're mixing up the guy. Oh, Simon Bolivar. You mixed it up. Yeah. Anyways, if I'm watching a movie or a series about Simon Bolivar, then I expect him to be Spanish. Because he is Spanish. He is Hispanic. So I would expect, some kind of continuity, racial, ethnic continuity. Yeah. Because if I saw a white guy playing John Henry in the fable of John Henry, I'd say, no, that's an African-American slave. That's not a white guy. No, you're wrong. You got the story wrong. It's not, this isn't the story. I say, no. If you did the roots wrong and you put white people in the African slave position, I say, no, that's African American slave trade. No, you can't put white people in the slave position. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? What in the motherfuck are you doing? Messing with the story, messing with the lore of the stories. It's intolerable. It's like, what are you doing? So what does Jeff Bezos have planned for James Bond? He's not going to be a straight, white, male, MI6 agent who works for the British government on His Majesty's Secret Service. Now that Queen Elizabeth has died, the second, and King Charles III is the king, he doesn't work on His Majesty's Secret Service to protect king and country from evil and threats. Is that not what James Bond does? Protect Western civilization from horrible foreign threats, terrorist threats, criminal threats. Is that not what the Secret Service, the intelligence organization, should be doing? Is protecting the world from grave threats? Is that not their mission, or should be their mission? And if that's not their mission, then what is their mission then? I mean, the epic nadir of James Bond was not No Time to Die in the film series, where he dies for his queen and country and all that. No, I think the best Bond novelization was. I read the whole thing. It was, and I watched the movie. I love that movie. I watched it over and over again. It's On Her Majesty's Secret Service. In between Roger Moore and Sean Connery. It was by an Australian model called George Lazenby. Not the novel. The novel's excellent. The movie's really good. It has Avengers, the British show Avengers. It has. She was she on Game of Thrones too? It was this gorgeous woman from the Avengers. Her name was. Her name was Hot. She was a hot redhead chick. You know what I mean? Was she the hottest blonde girl? Man, she was hot though, dude. Forgot her name though, right? Yeah. Now, is this On Her Majesty's Secret Service? Is it the best because it's the best because everything else, every other James Bond movie, James Bond escapes kind of unscathed. He wins, saves the day, defeats the bad guy. The reason why this one, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Ian Fleming novel, is so good. Now imagine this plot happening in the real world. An evil man. Okay, this is the plot for James Bond, On Her Majesty's Secret Service. An evil man, Bill Gates, tries to create a worldwide plague so he could create vaccines so he could profit from the vaccines from the worldwide destruction of the plague. Does that plot sound familiar to anybody? Yeah. So that's the plot in a nutshell of On Her Majesty's Secret Service. A pretty outlandish plot for the time, but after COVID-19, it does seem rather suspect that that's the plot of that. They used to censor me talking about this novel, by the way. Yeah, YouTube, Google, Alphabet. Every time I talk about the plot of On Her Majesty's Secret Service, they'd always shut my shit down. They didn't want me talking about it. I wonder why. That was pretty cool jam out of there. Do. Oh yeah, I'll be back in a minute. No. Yeah, all right. I cut it. No, it's cut. Yeah, I'll be out in a second to have a smoke. Yeah, I'll get the jams. Yeah, with the jam out. Oh, what do you want? What's up? Oh, yeah. Yeah, go ahead. No, just take that in there. Yeah, just take it. Yeah. All right, is that all you need? Okay. All right. That's fine. You want some more? Okay. All right. Yeah, I was just kind of making something up because somebody walked in, so I was like, So in case you're wondering, if somebody walks into your music studio, just start going If you're already playing and stuff, just be like bam 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 bam. So just do that in case things get. Yeah, so this chick on Her Majesty's Secret Service was super hot. Fuck. She was on the Avengers. Fuck, this redhead chick was fucking babical, dude. Fucking banging. She's fucking banging, bro. Fuck. This woman was a bazang. Oh, she played Emma Pill on the Avengers. And then she played Count Teresa on Her Majesty's Secret Service. James gone. Rest in peace, James Bond. Rest in peace, James Bond. They make him gay Bond? Yeah, I had an idea about making him gay Bond. And he's like, I'd like it shaken and stirred. And he's like, oh, Q branch, that's a queer. Yeah, that'd be funny, man. Oh, I know what her name was. Because my memory is photographic, nigga. Diana Rigg. Diana Rigg. Oh my God. Eva Green, Diana Rigg. Eva Green, Diana Rigg. Well, that's hard. Because then you're kind of asking me which color do I like, green or blue? Well, Diana Rigg is redhead. And she's a particular chick with big teeth. And my family has a lot of women with big teeth. That's very Irish trait, actually. Big mouth, big teeth. It could be an English-Irish trait. So big teeth, big mouth. I'm kind of partial to that, Kind of partial to the whole skeleton. What I was trying to say is that it's hard to believe any of this, actually, sometimes. I've been thinking about the skeletons and everything walking around, and these skeletons with their bodies and their brains and their hearts and everybody walking around. I was thinking, how could this even be possible? Like, to be honest, like, a lot of this shit, I'm like, really? I can't even believe that this is even possible. This shouldn't even be possible, what's happening. It's a fucking miracle. What is happening is a fucking miracle. I mean, look at this. All these things, walking, doing stuff. This is look at all the life just doing things. It's a fucking miracle. It's a fucking miracle. I mean, a lot of people they're not wise enough to see this fucking genius miracle before us every day. And sometimes we don't have enough time to take it in. But man, look at this fucking miracle of life. Sometimes we take it for granted. A lot of times, in fact, and look at how brilliant this fucking miracle of life is. Look at how great it is. It's a hard thing to admit, but look at this. This is so fucking amazing. This is an amazing space, Maybe I took it for granted for a long time. I just thought, well, this is the way it is. No, it could be a lot worse. It could be a lot better. It could be anything you wanted it to be. It's just so, the possibilities of it are infinitesimal at that particular point. So, getting kind of cold again out here. Yeah, a lot of people said, be afraid of AI, artificial intelligence, and I was like, well, I'm a savant, a natural biological intelligence. If I join with artificial intelligence, then I'd have unlimited problem-solving ability. I'd have unlimited capacity. I become the best of both worlds. I become a cyborg. I become better than my sum and my whole and my all possibilities. Imagine what it could be like. Being a cyborg, one of the first. Elon Musk said we're already cyborgs because we already have Steve Jobs' iPhones in our pockets everywhere. And that's true. We are cyborgs already. So, no, I don't trust technology. But I can see the promise of technology. I can see evil all the time. If you want to see negativity and evil, you can see that anywhere you look, anywhere you go. You can see negativity, you can see crime, you can see hate, you can see rage, you can see anything you want. But the possibilities of technology, the possibilities of man, now that takes intrepid faith to believe in it and to stay the course. Now that is what I believe in. I do believe in mankind. I do believe in it. Not because I am man, but because I do believe in a future that is great and grand. I do believe in God. I do believe in Western civilization. I do believe in Europe. I do believe in the United Kingdom. I do believe in Ireland, where our ancestors are from. I do believe in the Native American Cherokee Indians, where my ancestors are from. I do believe in all these great people. They are inside of me now. And they tell me, go for it, do it, we have to. And it's going to be great. And fear is just holding us back. Anxiety is just killing us. There's only one way to go. It's forward. Even if we're scared to leap, everyone's interested in leaping into the cold, frigid waters of the future. And my God, there's sharks and it's cold. And yes, you could die. But my God, the promise of it is irresistible for everyone. And just because I use technology does not mean that I gave up on faith in God. That is not true. That'll never be true until my death. And I've been dead before. And I know how dark that place is. But I'm back. And I feel really good. We died a million times before, but look at us now. We died in terror wars. We died in the plague of China. We died so many ways. 7 to Sunday. And now look at us. There's hope again. We can stop the guy from overdosing on heroin. We can stop the person from ending their lives. Now they have hope again. They believe in things again. They believe in God again. Look at them now. Look, they have faith again. They have strength. All it took was a belief in a higher power. And look at how much they accomplished. Look at how much they do. How much we could do. Now they don't give up anymore. They don't fail as much. Look at their great strength. Look at our strength. They don't fail or give up anymore. Some do, but less and less. Look at them being inspired by us. As Julian Assange once said, the Fifth Estate, courage is contagious. Courage is contagious. And that's very true. Julian Assange knew exactly who he was targeting, the Clintons and the Clinton cables. He knew exactly that he was attacking Hillary Clinton. He knew exactly who his target was. A corrupt piece of shit called Hillary Clinton, who was not elected president in the United States, defeated by Donald John Trump, and also who was defeated by Donald John Trump. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, corrupt motherfuckers. Look at them. They're all gone. They're all retreating. They have spines on their backs that shoot electricity into their own movements, into their own brain power. Look at those cowards falter and fall into hell. really cold outside. Cold winter here. But whew, went outside to have a cigarette. Man, wasn't worth it, dude, because it was like 27 degrees and shit. It's fucking too cold. Too cold because too cold was ice, baby. Too cold. Yeah, it was too cold, man. James Bond, will it be gay? Or will it be good? I don't know. I'm not going to watch it. Amazon bought the rights, MGM, to James Bond, and fuck it. It's going to suck. It's going to blow. Donkey dicks. Will it be hard, James Bond, fighting Western civilization's enemies? Or will it be some sellout, suck dick, gay shit? I think it's going to be some bullshit. And so, I'm not watching Amazon James Bond, so rest in peace, James Bond. Who's the best Bond girl? Is it Ursula Andrews? Is it Diana Rigg? Oh, Diana Rigg. That's just Diana Rigg. Oh, so gorgeous. Was she in Game of Thrones too? So beautiful, that woman. Eternally beautiful, just blessed. I don't know, Eva Green? I think that was the hottest chick in James Bond's. So, on film, anyway. Oh, man. Incredible. God bless and best of success. It's really cold winter, huh? Well, at least we don't live in Siberia. But I live in Siberia. Ah! Ooh. God bless and best of success. Peace. Too cold.